Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Femi Beatrice, and with this video I'm hoping I could start a series called the Postgrad ICU Course Diaries. Earlier this year I started a course, so it's like a postgraduate certificate in adult critical care, and if you want to know the basics of what the ICU course is about, I did do a video and which I'll probably link up either up here or somewhere in the description so that you can go watch that video and have an idea what the ICU course is about. So like I said, I started the ICU course this year. I started January if I'm not mistaken, and I have done one module, so I'm about to start the second module. So the first module I did was the single module, which is more about the leadership in ITU and ethics and things like that. And I remember when I wanted to start that module, I tried to search like YouTube if anyone had done a video about it and their experience with it, and I couldn't find any video on YouTube. And thanks to people who had gone through the course, who did put me through on what to do when it came to the assignments. So now that I'm starting like a new module, I decided to do just vlog my experience with it. So with this vlog series, I'm not talking from a place of experience. I'm more or less trying to share my struggles with the course, and especially with the assignment that comes with the course, how I am going to come up with ideas and my journey through that assignment. As I was saying, this is my second module. For me, my second module is the delivering contemporary critical care practice, and this is the double module, the one with 40 credits. And this is the module where we go into like the nitty-gritty of taking care of ICU patients and like the evidence and rationale behind some of the things we do in ICU. Today is class day. We have class once a week, every week. So once a week for the next 3 months, I'm going to be having class once a week. And today is Wednesday, so we have class every Wednesday. The good thing about today's class is that we're going to be told about the assignments we have to do for the module. The PG Set course is kind of my first experience with the UK educational system. The way the PG Set course is kind of designed, or the one that I'm doing, the way it's designed is that you just have like this big assignment at the end of the course, and that assignment carries like 100% of the mark. So the assignment is really like a very big one. There is no like smaller things in between that you do in between the course that gives you extra mark. So like that assignment carries like 100% of the mark. So it's either you pass it or you fail it. There is no in between. So yeah, that's why I'm excited for today's class, so that we can get to know the assignment better. I don't yet have access to like the university website. Not like I don't have access to the university website, but I don't yet have access to this module on the university website. So I've not really been able to have a proper look at what this module holds for us and stuff like that. But our tutor or our teacher has kind of sent us the assignment brief, but I'm just going to wait for the class to so that he kind of explains what he expects from us and what we should probably expect from him also. So for today's class, they did send us some pre-session activities to do. So pre-session activities are just like, how do I put pre-session activities? It's basically like stuff you should check out before the class, and they sent us like an article, and apparently we are going to like critically appraise the article. I hate critically appraising things, but I can't run away from it. But I'm a bit familiar with this article. Have I had all week to look at this article? Yes. Did I do it? No. So I've woken up a little bit earlier today to kind of have a look at the article, so that when I see it, in class, it won't be like totally new. But I'm a bit familiar with this article. I've seen it before. I'm just going to like briefly scan it and then wait till class to do like the real work, I guess so. But yeah, I hope this series is something that can help somebody out there, because I know like talking about the ITU course is like really niche, because it's not just ITU everywhere in the world. It's like mostly focusing on ITU in the UK. I'm just going to have a look at the article, if you are interested, the article I'm looking at is talking about like open lung ventilation in ARDS patients, and the gig behind it is like using like recruitment maneuvers in ARDS patients and using like high PEEP and stuff. And they kind of had like this group, and you know what, I should probably have a proper look at the article again so that I can know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing this vlog. I hope you enjoyed the journey with me. I can talk about like my previous modules. So the previous module we had to do, that was the developing and leading contemporary critical care practice, and that was a very interesting module because we talked about ethics in not just nursing and medicine, but like ethics relating to like ICU practice and why, you know, we sometimes do things the way we do. So that was like a very interesting module because it was like things you could kind of relate with, and there were things that were easy to talk about. And the assignment for that module was that we were to do a quality improvement project, and that was really new for me because I'd never done anything like a QIP before. It was a whole new experience. It was like a whole journey. So maybe when I'm done with this module, I will talk about the other module later, like in retrospect, and how I was able to come up with my QIP project. So the good thing about the module was that we didn't have to really implement the QIP project because the time frame for you to do the assignments wouldn't necessarily allow you to be able to fully implement the QIP project. So it was more like they accepted if you would like write a QIP proposal, which was what I ended up later doing. But it was a very interesting journey. And now that, you know, I've kind of written a QIP proposal, I hope that when I'm done with the ITU course, I can finally implement my QIP projects successfully in the units and stuff like that. Let's see how it goes. So for this morning, I'm just going to have a look at the article, refresh my memory on what the article says, and then go to class. So class is from 9 to 5 or 9 to 4:30, depending on, you know, what they have in stock for us. So 9 to 5 is basically like, is that 8 hours? 8 hours, yeah. So 8 hours of like bombarding stuff into your head. Yeah. And that's it. So I'll see you later, guys. I will see you later. So I actually have like a printout of this article, and this article was actually the one we were asked to critically appraise for like the interview process for the ITU course. So I was like, yeah, I have to have a printout somewhere, and I found it. So that's it. It's the maximal recruitment open lung ventilation in ARDS, and it was like a trial they did. So I am so sure I've totally forgotten what's in here. I'm just going to go through it again. But the good thing is I don't have to start from scratch because I have like highlighted so many things. So I can just look at the highlighted things, and I also have like a note I wrote at that time. Yeah. And I even printed the critical appraisal skills program. So like this is the checklist they kind of wanted us to work with. That's good. And happy new month, guys, because I'm actually filming this on the 1st of October. So happy new month. Sorry guys, I had to put on a jacket because it's getting real cold in my room. Summer is gone. Summer is gone. I can't believe it. Why can't it be summer in October? Why does it have to be autumn and then finally winter? Okay. I'm just packing lunch for class and I'm about to go. I don't know why, but I like to carry like a separate lunch bag apart from my normal bag. I mean, I know why I like to carry a separate lunch bag. It's just because like if your food spills, then it just spills inside this bag. You don't have to worry about like your laptop or like other files getting, you know, spoiled and stuff. So that's it's so cold. Oh God, it's just so cold. I miss summer so much. I wish it would just stay forever. It's too cold. Do you like it to be cold or to be hot? Because me, I feel like I would rather it be hot than be cold. I guess we are all different. Some people prefer winter to summer, but it's so cold. So cold, but I'm drinking cold water, so maybe it's not that cold. I just need some water. Alright guys, it's time to go to class. Hi guys, so we're done with class for today. I'm sorry I didn't film since. So what's happened is I initially wanted to film with my action camera, which is the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. And when I switched it on this morning, the screen was black. And I'm like, what's going on? I just bought this camera this year. I don't even think it's up to 6 months that I bought this camera. So I did like a quick YouTube research. They said to charge the battery, switch the battery. So I switched the batteries, and when I did switch the batteries, it did like come on normally. I was able to record a little bit, and then when I came to class, I tried doing a bit of recording and the screen was black again. So I think I might have to update the firmware, and I hope that black screen just goes away after I update the firmware, because I'm just like, I bought this camera for like a little bit of money. I expect it to, work and last a bit, and I also didn't buy a warranty with this camera. So anything that happens to the camera, if I have to fix it or anything like that, it's coming out of pockets. And not like I didn't see a need to buy a warranty, but I just feel like the warranty was a bit more expensive after all the money spent on buying the camera itself and all the accessories that came with it. But let's just hope that gets fixed. But yeah, we finished class today. So in class today we talked about like the assignment brief we have for this module. So for this module, we are kind of expected to write a case study essay. So we are like going to like pick a patient that might be interesting to us and kind of talk about like the pathophysiology of the disease and stuff like that. I'm not really sure yet about the nitty-gritty, but at least the big picture is that we have to, write a case study essay of 3,000 words. And we also like to have do a narrated presentation on like a rehab method. So that's what I know for now. I don't have access to the module on the university website rather, but hopefully before next class that gets sorted. And then we did a little bit of like critical appraisal, a little bit of insight into how to like critically appraise articles, and we used the CASP checklist, which was kind of nice. That was kind of like a group work we did. And we also did like a little bit of self-taught course on the university website on critical thinking and answered like some random critical thinking questions, which was fun. Class is over, but I think I'm just going to stay back in the library and have a look at patients. So I kind of have like a patient in mind I want to use for my case study. I'm not yet sure if the patient is going to be appropriate, but I just want to, have a look at, see whether this is not the patient, it's not the patients exactly, but like, the diagnosis. If the diagnosis is something I'm interested in, and if the diagnosis is what I would like to do for my case study, and what part of the diagnosis, or what treatment or what intervention did we do for this patient with this diagnosis that I would kind of like be interested in for doing for my case study. So at least that's the understanding of what I have of this modules assignment. Yeah, so that's kind of it. And hopefully, I'm able to carry you guys along. You guys will just have to bear with me when it comes to editing and like scheduling all these things alongside doing schoolwork. Or I could just make the videos and then just publish them raw and not bother so much about editing and trying to make it perfect. So this class was nice actually. And I guess next week we will dive deeper into like some of the critical care concepts and stuff like that. So off to the library it is.